So I love printmaking, as you can see with all this equipment over here. But some days it's just way too tiring, that life is just too hard and work is running too fast. And I just sit down here and look at my computer and just type away. Printmaking has always been a hobby that is not just a hobby to me. It slows me down, really. It slows me down so much, especially with all the carving and all the painting and the rolling. And it's basically a hobby that reminds me to not rush things at all. So when I'm making an art, mixing the right shade, or even doing the small little rolling, it feels like I can take my own breather again. But with work, sometimes it's just a little bit harder, and life is not as forgiving in the first place. So I'm going to be transferring this to the block. And I was just thinking that, I'm not a full-time content creator. I actually have a job. 40 to 50 hours of my time in a week is actually being an engineer and solving problems. And I actually also crave creative pursuits like making videos and making prints. And then there's also outside of work, like friends and family, which I need and I want to spend time with. And then reality is also the biggest B word. It's about bills. So sometimes it's really hard to balance out, the different kinds of things between what you really want and what you really need to do. And you just gotta take it easy and try to balance everything out. I had to remind myself many times that it's okay that we don't have everything figured out, and not everything and every time is going to be balanced. Sometimes we don't have to do it like now, but we have to make time and space for it. So for example, like every Saturday I make sure that I have time to carve, I have time to do printmaking, and that's something that I hold very close to me, something that no one can disrupt, because that's something that I want to do. But even though I blocked out on every Saturday that I'm going to do this, I really stopped chasing that I have to get down and do all this carving and all this work. Sometimes the tiniest thing can even spark why you want to do printmaking for myself. I don't have to print, but I can go back to my tools and just start cleaning them and really reminisce the times that I had good time doing all these things. Sometimes it's even consolidating the works that I had and looking through the past works that I did before. And before I keep these prints inside my cupboard, I'm gonna try printing this out and see how this turns out. So let's go. You need to juggle so many different things. You are not alone. I think there are times that I feel that when I have so many on my plate and I'm just going through this journey alone. But afraid not, we're not here to need to juggle everything. Instead of asking ourselves how we can be productive, we can also perhaps reframe and ask ourselves how can we be more present in the moment. So when I'm doing printmaking, I think that's something that I'm very present, but I still struggle to keep a balance between hobbying and working. Today's printmaking session was great, as you can see over here. There's still some
flaws, as you can see over here.
There are days that I just don't create anymore because I ask for perfection. I try to come back. Those are difficult times. And it's not because I need to, but because I want to. I know that coming back to hobbies that I really enjoy really calms me down. And if you're finding your way back to your hobbies and to something that you love, just know that I'm here with you in this journey to explore the different loves that you have.